Peace. Um, so this is another plus degree. Um, this plus degree is called the 5% Concept by Shabazz Adew Allah. And just like I say in almost all of them, all because I'm recording this doesn't mean I agree with it for it to be 100% right and exact. I am recording so that it is documented that these plus degrees are in the audio form. So, without further ado, questions and answers. The 5% Concept by Shabazz Adew Allah. Number one, why do the 5% teach that man is the supreme being? Because the word supreme means highest form, and the word being means to exist. It is a known fact that man is the highest form of existence that is known on the planet Earth. Because of all the living creatures on the planet Earth, it is only man who have the ability to think and bring his thoughts into a reality. And with this mental ability, man have ruled over every living thing that walks on land, swims in ocean, and fly the sky. Therefore, man is the supreme being without a doubt to those who understand. Number two, why do the 5% teach that man is God? Today, many people have different interpretation and opinions of the word God. To some, God is a spiritual force, a supreme being who lives somewhere in the sky above the clouds, who no one will ever be able to see until they die. There are those who teach that God is a spook or unseen being that exists everywhere. The 5% teach that God is man, according to the original meaning of the word God. When one researches the word God, he will find that the word God comes from the Greek language. It is taken from the first letters of the three Greek words, Gumor, Oz, and Dubar. G plus O plus D equals God. Gumor means wisdom. Oz means beauty. And Dubar means strength. Thus, it is plain to see that wisdom, beauty, and strength are attributes of a man with sure knowledge of self. Number three, why do the 5% teach that they are not Muslims? Number three, why do the 5% teach that they are not Muslims? Answer. Muslim is an Arabic term which means submission to the will of Allah. It is the teachings of the 5% that the first Muslim was the black woman, who was created to submit to the will of her man, God, as Eve was made to submit to the will of Adam. Thus, the courage of the man is in commanding, that of the woman is in obeying. This is an ancient teaching. Allah is the Father, and the 5% is the will Son of the Father. When a man calls himself a Muslim, it is because he is lacking in understanding of his culture. Number four, why do the 5% teach that Islam is a culture and not a religion? Islam means peace. Therefore, the greetings of the 5% is peace. Islam is not something that is given to the black man. Islam is the very essence in which the black man is created. Light is the nature of day and darkness is the nature of night. Religion is a way of life that can be made, unmade, or remade. For Islam always existed. It has no beginning nor ending. Number five, who is the father of the 5% nation? Answer, an original black man who is known to the government in the Western Hemisphere by such names as Clarence Smith, Clarence 13X Smith, and Puddin, born February 22nd, 1928, in Danville, Virginia. Number six, what year did he founded the 5%? 1964 is recognized as the year one of the birth of the 5% nation of gods and earths. Number 7. What is the difference between the term God and Allah? Answer: there is no difference between the term God and Allah, for Allah is God and the proper name of God is Allah. We teach that the proper name of God is Allah because Allah is from the language of Arabic, which is the original tongue of the black man who is Asiatic. Number 8. What is the original meaning of Allah? From the original language, which is Arabic, the true and correct meaning of Allah is the life giver. Number 9. What must one do to become a 5%? Answer: one must strive for the perfection of self-knowledge, educational growth in the higher sciences, to learn vocational trades, to abstain from the eating of poisonous meat, pork, abstain from the use and abuse of drugs such as dope, angel dust, and the other hard drugs. We do not believe in race mixing, nor homosexuality, or any other unnatural sex act which goes against the laws of nature. To become a 5%, one must study and live in accordance with the principles of civilization. Number 10. Are there any other requirements? Answer: yes. When one enrolls to become a 5%, he or she must dedicate themselves under the guidance of an enlightener to the study and memorization of the 5% 8-point lessons of self-awareness called 120 Degrees of Truth and Righteousness from the Book of Life. Number 11. What are the 5% 8-point lessons of self-awareness? Number 1. Supreme mathematics. Number 2. Supreme alphabets plus 12 jewels of Islam. Number 3. Student enrollment, lesson number 1 to 10. Number 4. Lost Found Muslim, lesson number 1. Number 5. English C lesson number 1 to 36. Number 6. Lost Found Muslim lesson number 2. Number 7. Actual facts. And number 8. Solar facts. There are other lessons that is required to be committed to memory, which are called plus lessons, but they are not as obligatory as the above mentioned. Number 12. What is an enlightener? Answer: a minister of Islam, one who have dedicated himself to the mastery of the 5% 8-point lessons of self-awareness from the Book of Life, and who by that mastery is qualified to teach and propagate the constitutions and culture of the 5%. Number 13. Can anyone be a member? Answer: yes. The term 5% is a sociological term applied to that percentage of people who have or is striving to achieve knowledge, wisdom, understanding, culture, and refinement, and is not a savage in the pursuit of happiness. Therefore, a 5% is any civilized person, Muslim or Muslim son. To the surprise of many, there are even those of the Caucasian race who are taught and are even recognized as a 5% member. For we are not anti-white, not pro-black, but pro-long in unity, and is advocated for peace. Number 14. When a white person becomes a 5%, number 14. When a white person becomes a 5%, do that makes them righteous or godlike? Answer: emphatically no. As it has been taught by the Honorable Elijah Muhammad, that when a member of the Caucasian race begins to study the culture of the original man, black man, he is by that act bestowed with the title of a Muslim son, meaning one who is not righteous by nature, but one who comes under the protective light and guidance. This protective light and guidance allows him to do trading among the righteous in an atmosphere of peace, and understanding. Number 15. What is the 5% concept on Elijah Muhammad? Answer that the birth and growth of the Temple of Islam under the leadership and guide of the Honorable Elijah Muhammad was predicted hundreds of thousands of years before his birth. We bear witness to all the prophets spoken of in both the Bible and Holy Quran, and teaches that the life and works of the Honorable Elijah Muhammad was and is the culmination of all the prophets, apostles, and messengers sent before him to warn and prepare the people for the day of judgment. Knowledge of Islam was brought to the shores of North America by the Prophet for Muhammad, who poured this knowledge into the mind of Elijah Muhammad, who in turn wisdom this knowledge to the people. But the understanding of this knowledge and wisdom was lacking until the mystery of the seventh seal was revealed by Allah Himself. See the 5% booklet, Volume 1, Number 3, Mystery of the Seventh Seal. Number 16. Where can one go to further their knowledge on the teachings of the 5%? Answer. This lesson, formulated by Shabazz Adew Allah, is one of the many publications produced by members of the 5% Nation of the Gods and Earths, made available to the public for examination, evaluation, and enlightenment. Today, the 5% is a growing nation with many educational centers throughout the cities of New York and in many of the different states. The headquarters, Allah School of Mecca, of the 5% is located in the heart of Harlem at 2122 Adam Clayton Powell Boulevard, New York City, 10027. This plus degree was manifested in 1984. Peace, peace, peace. Once again, this recording was made by Wise Prince Allah. Peace.